if you keep moving from one spot to another, keep looking for where it is easy for you, at the end of the day, you will find out that you never achieved anything. When you concentrate a drop of water on the same spot on a rock, over time, that drop of water will shatter that rock. That is simple that would move from city to city. The moment they're in this city, they try to do something in that city, say 2-3 months, and then they seem as if things were not working. They'll move to another city to try out this business. Let's say they try boutique, 2-3 months, the boutique is not paying that much. They move to, and then over time, you see 10-20 years down the line, these people have achieved nothing. Most time, why people fail in life is because they have several options. You won't develop yourself to the point of being commercially marketable. So being multi-talented is not a blessing. There's start where you are placed. So I am back to the favorite, my most favorite area of my house. Not necessarily that is the best part of the house, but my sofa acts as noise absorber, more like vibration absorber. I tried recording on my work table, my workstation, but I noticed the reverberation was much, the audio quality wasn't that good in my last video, so I have to revert back to this my position. And you know, they said it's not about resources, it's about being resourceful. Pastor Poju will say you have all you need for your next level. So since I'm yet to go to the market to go get my lapel microphone and other content gadgets, I'll just have to use my brain to find ways to use the things I have around me. So my software acts as reverberation absorber for me at the moment. Yeah. What I want to talk about today may sound controversial, sort of. Not necessarily it is controversial, but some persons wouldn't know where to draw the line. But over the course of our discussion today, I would see how to help out. And most of what I'll be talking about will be drawn from lessons from my personal experience and also lessons from people around me. Growing up as a kid, people would say I didn't really talk much while growing up. That is why my mom and my siblings placed me with, they say I have the semblance of my dad. My dad is a quiet man. He doesn't do much talking, except at certain times. And I was like that growing up. I didn't do much talking, but I was kind of observant. And the truth of the matter is, you know, the lesson I shared in my last 2 videos, there's a story I shared about a woman that joined the cult to gain patronage for her business. That story was told to us by my mom, and that story is well over 20 years. And I still remember the spot where we were in the house while my mom was saying that story, was telling us that story. I don't know if it's a gift I have. I remember events of the past with much accuracy. So most of the stories I'll be saying are like stories from my past, from observing people while growing up. So if I would give a theme to today's discussion, it would be a rolling stone gathers no moss. Being multi-talented can also be a curse, can be a blessing and a curse. Being multi-talented can be a blessing and a curse. A rolling stone gathers no moss. So let me start with this story. I actually left, I first heard this Rolling Stone Gathers No More from one of my coursemates while studying at the University of Nigeria, specifically metallurgical and material engineering. I think we should be in 200 level then when he said that. Why? This is what happened. Okay, I gained admission to study metallurgical and material engineering as against civil engineering, which I always wanted to study. But then, young men, I think I should be either 15 or 16. I can't really, maybe we'll do that maths later. I should be either 15 or 16 when I gained admission to study in the university. My first jam was in 2009, and I moved to the university in 2010 to study engineering. But, you know, now youthful exuberance, because I wasn't given the course I wanted to study. We went to school and we're not studying. Not like I wasn't intelligent. Yeah, my second degree in quote shows that I really am. So because of this, we had this laissez-faire attitude. Maybe you know when people are feeding you and you're not responsible for feeding yourself, you tend to be stupid. So we had this laissez-faire attitude to our academics, and we just wanted to change course. We just wanted to switch course. And what did the cat, now let me be more philosophical. Because we wanted a change of card, wanted change of course, we weren't serious with what we had at hand. The reason why I'm giving this background is so that you know, so that you understand the Rolling Stone Gathers No More when I finally say how the first time I got to hear it. So this my friend had another friend that now gained admission to study medicine at Cyprus. The guy was in another department, combined biological sciences in the university. So he was in our WhatsApp group. He was still in our WhatsApp group, people that got courses that they never wanted in the university. So that one, his parents were wealthy and they found a way to send him to Cyprus to study medicine. So this guy too now went home and discussed with his dad that he wants something of such. And then the dad told him something that it's best for you to pick something, to choose a field, to pick a task and then see to its end. That's how success comes. So this is what the dad said: a rolling stone gathers no more. If you keep moving from one spot to another, keep looking for where life is easy, keep looking for where it is easy for you, at the end of the day, you will find out that you never achieved anything. During my growing up life, I had people that would move from city to city. The moment they're in this city, they try to do something in that city, say 2-3 months, and then they see as if things were not working, they'll move to another city. 2-3 months, see as if things were not working, they'll move to another city. They try out this business. Let's say they try boutique. 2-3 months, the boutique is not paying that much. They move to sales of kerosene. 2-3 months, sales of kerosene is not paying as much as they feel it should pay. I don't know what they are comparing their business to. They move to doing something else. And then over time, you see 10-20 years down the line, these people have achieved nothing with their life because they kept moving about. So just imagine if they had focused that energy, that attention on just one thing. Just imagine what they could have achieved. Apostle Gideon Odoma said something. He said the reason why people fail in life is because nothing keeps them. They have several options. And because they have these several options, they tend not to pick an option and focus on it. In my life, that is personally, the gift God has given me is that my life is bi-directional at the moment. God has designed my life in such a way that I can't do more than one thing at a time. The blessing he has given me is that nothing else works apart from that one thing. And I am grateful for that, simply because while growing up, I was multi-talented. I was multi-talented in the sense that I could do several things. Like I could pick a skill and learn that skill. But over time, you will see that none of this, you will not be goated at any of this. You will either be mediocre at 9 of them and be good at just one. None of this skill that you claim you are multi-talented at will be, you won't develop yourself to the point of being commercially marketable. Like, I know music to an extent. Growing up, in my junior secondary school, I drew a portrait of, see this kind of portrait, but not this one. That one, the one I did was pencil portrait. I did a pencil portrait for one of my teachers in school. It was good. This is me saying that I was an artist. I had artistic skill. I could draw. When it came to mathematics in secondary school, I was number 1. I think that should be cowbell mathematics competition. It was popular way back then. Where you go and write where you go to write mathematics exam. I came 3rd in the junior secondary school session. Yeah, I came 3rd. That's to say that I was number 3 when it came to mathematics in my state, Zamfara then. And let me just say something. Why did I come 3rd then? Because some schools would rather use senior students to write the junior exam. And it was discovered over time. It happened even finally. Let me give credence to Daddy A.P. Solo, the director of my school, then Diamond Wisdom College. A student in the senior section, because no student represented my school in the junior section, this student in the senior section went to write the exam and came first. They gave him the award. The award then was 15K. What did Daddy A.P. Solo do? Daddy A.P. Solo called Cowbell. He called them and gave them the money back. Jeez. Then we were still very much younger. We didn't know much and we were angry. Why would Daddy A.P. Solo do such a thing? But growing up, I discovered that, man, I now know that that was the best thing that could have ever been done. That was cheating. And Daddy A.P. Solo, being a Christian man, having Christian principles, said no. He returned the money. We were angry. Yeah, we were kids. We were angry. Today I understand why he did that. Because he was a Christian that came down to the north to open up his school, and he kept on with his Christian principle. Do you know, to the extent that in senior secondary, SS2, SS3, people run away from Daddy A.P. Solo school. Why were they running away? They said he would not allow them cheat in, because his center is not a special center. He will not allow them cheat in junior. He will not allow them cheat in senior WAEC. He will not allow them cheat in NECO. So they would rather run to another school that will allow them cheat. He is late today, but his legacy still lives on. And I know he's in heaven, definitely. I know he's in heaven. So back to our gist. Where did I? So I was talking about me being multi-talented. I remember then in school they would call me king of art and science because I do several things. I was top of my class in secondary school. So when I moved to university, I now saw a different level of intelligence, and I knew, man, these people passed me. I entered school at a very young age, and then what happened to the extent that my GP couldn't even flash. That is, I didn't have up to a 1.0. This is somebody that was multi-talented, very intelligent. Somebody's going to. There's somebody I know. What's that? I know you. I know. I know you will come and write something on this. You will come to the comment section to write something. I know you, but I will not call your name. I know you. So let's continue my gist. During platform 1 year, Pastor Poju still gives this example. Kola Iwoshe, Dr. Kola Iwoshe Awoshika called up some persons and asked them how long they've been in and ask them about their businesses. One said they've done like 2-3 businesses. One said he has been in one business. The other said he has. So she now pointed at the one that have been, and asked them about how well they are doing. And then I can't really remember the story, but the final point in telling you that story was that the one that have held on, the one that have stuck to that one business, was the highest performing of the 3 persons she called out. So being multi-talented is not a blessing. There's this popular celebrity whose son is a film actor, a DJ, a music producer, a mix master engineer. And if I call that person's name now, you wouldn't know him. He is so good, but he's not goated at anything. We know when we call somebody good now. He's not goated at anything. So this is me saying that start where you are placed. Right now, I decided to pick this, drop of water. When you concentrate a drop of water on the same spot on a rock, over time, that drop of water will shatter that rock. That's the same focus. That's the same concentration. That's the same concentration I am urging you to have with whatsoever you pick to conquer. With whatsoever you pick, with whatsoever area you pick to be excellent at. Don't just pick that area, 2-3 years, you see how difficult it is and then you run away. See, in every field of study, in every area, there's the 10% that earns 80%, there's the 10% that earns 90%, and there's the 90% that earns less than 30% of the money being made in that profession. So this is to say that it is not really about the profession. In any profession you pick now, there are those that are goated. So the aim is, yes, when you come in as a starter. You come in as how will I put it? You come in as a novice. The goal is, yes, join the queue and move. There was a day I was discussing with one of my friends, and I was like, yeah, you are into this. Why not Google the top persons in this profession? Google them and then let them be your reference point. Let it be that this is what you are working towards. Like in area of real estate, if you remember the background of where I was in my last video, what I intend to do there is to have a Hall of Fame picture of my idols in the real estate industry. These are people. These are my references. These are people that I've achieved so, and these are the people I know I'm looking towards. Men like Dr. Kennedy, men like Dr. Stephen Akintayo, Nola Adetola, several of them. These are the big boys of the real estate profession. Men like my boss, Mr. ESV Paul Oseji, ESV Kevin Ofili. These are the people that have set precedence. Dr. Uche Okoji in Essence of and Valuation, ESV Victor Alonge, ESV Kenonora. The names are endless. These are the people that have set precedence, and these are the people we are looking up to. These are those that have shown us what is possible in the profession we are in, and this is what we are working towards. Yes, because they have achieved this, we know that this is the least that we can ever be. There's more we can be. Somebody said that because he has, when you stand on the shoulders of giants, you see further than these giants. It's already 18 minutes. I hope I've stated the point. I hope I've laid down I've actually laid down this principle properly, and I hope you got to understood me. Running around, trying out several things, in as much as you feel you are blessed with much talent, is also will definitely ultimately become your curse. The fact that you are talented, the fact that you're multi-talented will ultimately become a curse if you don't pick one and focus on that. Yeah, you may be a young person and you feel you have the strength of your youth to explore more, but calm down. Father